Hello adventurers, Maxstream here, and this is episode 4.5 of our Mario vs. Donkey Kong Let's Play. I decided to split the speedrunning section of this into its own episode, because it got kind of boring to watch. Not boring to watch, it became a very long episode, and I would have been sitting there rendering it forever, because what I have to do is I have to record the screen capture, because if I export it from the program I'm using, it'll have a huge watermark over it. I know it's technically cheating, but whatever. And then I put it into Windows Movie Maker, and then from there, I export it into 1080p. But yeah, that's all the stuff I have to do in order to make sure this all comes out good. But anyways, now we're watching me try and frantically speedrun this section of the game. By the way, for those of you wondering, which is like none of you, I speed these up times 5, so this 20-ish minute episode, multiply 20-ish minutes by 5 and you get how long I spent on this, because I wanted to make sure I had a good video, or I wanted to make sure you guys could see all my progress on all this stuff. I'm going to take a sip of my juice. And here we see I'm stuck on level 1 of the Drill Dozer episode 1 of our Drill Dozer Let's Play. Welcome to Mario vs. Drill Dozer, Minis March Again. Mario vs. Drill Dozer, March of the Red Dozer, I don't know. But, this was actually very strenuous, and I ended up, after trying on level 3 or 4 for so long, I just gave up, rendered the rest of the episode, recorded that little update you saw at the end of the previous episode, rendered it, and just set it to upload at 4. Sorry about that silence there, I had to take a sip of my drink. Anyways, you'll notice that my computer doesn't sound like a plane about to take off right now, because all I'm doing is playing a video back, and that doesn't really take much effort. I'm gonna close this so my computer runs a bit smoother. There we go. Anyways, yeah, we finally got the star for level 1, that's good. Now we're playing that minigame, which, that minigame is a bane of my existence. Now this level, oh my god, level 3 is, oh my god, I want to, like, stab a dude through the neck. Just straight through the neck. Like, right through the neck. Because it's so annoying and tedious, and I want to stab a dude in the neck. Anyways, as this game goes on, in between days, I started watching the VODs of SGDQ this year, so you'll notice I'm doing a lot of just boring, playing the level normally sort of stuff, but after the cut that's gonna happen in like 2 minutes, when I end up going to sleep and then waking up again and recording, I start looking for speedrunning tactics, and that made me realize I really want to speedrun this game. Like, I'm gonna see if I could figure out how to start streaming with my computer, but I want to live stream, wait, no, that wouldn't be possible currently, because I do not have a way to record my voice directly from my computer. So it'd be very difficult to live stream like that, unless I were oh, wait. The sound quality would be crappy, but I have 2 Skype accounts. I could call one Skype account with the other, and then have it record my voice through that. Although there'd be I'm not sure how delayed the voice would be. I'm not even sure if I'd be talking. I might have a friend, maybe Justin should do the talking. He'd, like, watch what's going on and do the talking for me. That'd be nice. I want to get good at this game so I could be in like the leaderboards, and then possibly make it into SGDQ or AGDQ. You notice around here I started employing this tactic of backflipping onto the top platform at some point. I'm not sure when I figure out when to do that. Yeah, what I'm doing now with the key, that's dumb. That's stupid and dumb, and I should stop. But eventually I start figuring it out. Also, right now I'm doing the very stupids of, like... Oh, I just noticed something right now. After you do, like, I'm not sure if it's a backflip or a front flip, if you just stand there, Mario eventually just, poses. Anyways, now we're in the next day when I started figuring out some speedrunning tactics. I keep dying, though, because I'm not doing them correctly, but after a while I start to learn what to do, and I start doing everything better. Harder, better, faster, stronger. Also, sorry if I'm being quiet. It is currently 2 a.m. on a... I'm gonna say Friday? Yeah, it's Friday at 2 a.m. And I'm currently in my house. I'm the only one awake. Not all the light, not even most of the lights are off. But I'm getting kind of creeped out. Now that I'm looking around my house, I'm getting kind of creeped out. Also, I just beat the level, but I didn't get the star, which makes me want to, like, jab a knife through someone. I'm talking very violently today. It's not good. It's not good for your soul. But also, you notice I'm getting a lot better at speedrunning that section. I believe this is a bad run, though. I'm not sure if I make it on this run. No. I was 500 points away. I might go back and rewind that, but, like, I was essentially 500 points away from being done with that level. And that's when I learned you can't throw keys onto moving platforms, otherwise that'd make my life, like, 10 times easier, because then I could just throw the key all the way up to the top and not have to deal with the stuff for a while. Oh, so I just noticed something I could do with that yellow platform. Huh. I might employ that in my speedrunning tactics, but I could backflip off the yellow invisible platform onto the moving platform and possibly save myself a lot of time. I mean, would that really save more time? No, because, like, going on the lower platform would make you go, would just put you up back onto the middle platform in the same amount of time that it would take for you to just jump onto the middle platform, wait for the middle platform and jump on it. Plus, I'm not even sure if that'll work. I'll have to go back and, like, speedrun each individual level. I'm gonna try and get the IL world records before tackling the full game world record in a marathon setting, because I really want to go to SGDQ or AGDQ, and I was originally thinking of doing, like, Super Smash Brothers, the Subspace Emissary thing, but then I decided, no, that's a bit too long, and nobody likes Brawl, really, except for me when I was a dumb, naive child. But you'll also notice that this stage is another instance of me noticing things and patterns and creating habits and eventually just speedrunning through it. Boo is my worst nightmare, by the way. Boo is going to haunt me in my dreams when I go to sleep in, like, a few hours, because Boo is words I won't say on this channel. Also, fair warning, my Let's Play has lots of swears, because it is a Gaming Squad series that I did. we're about halfway through the episode now. I really need to stop drinking cranberry juice. Cranberry juice is so good, though. It's very tasty. And from what I've heard, it's good for you. I'm now checking to see how long this is. I believe it's 17 minutes, so we're nearing the end. But this Boo is I hate him or her. I don't care. It's dead now. It can't identify as a gender. I'm like this close to playing Fire Emblem because just looking at this Boo is making me angry. So I'm just gonna play with my pirate sword over here. I have a light up pirate sword and it's cool, and I might bring it to a Gaming Squad meeting when Joel gets back from Puerto Rico. So just notice these indents look like not indents when everything's lit up. That's actually really cool. Although it'd be very impractical for an actual sword to have its like bumps and like what's it called? A reverse indent? I'm just gonna call it not divots. Rough. I don't care anymore. But like the reverse indents on its edge, because that'd make it so you can't cut through as easily. It also dull faster, I believe. I don't know. But anyways, I say that a lot. But anyways, just to get back on focusing on the game or the video or something. I'm also getting a lot better at talking continuously without stopping, unless I have to like burp or breathe or take a sip of something. Because I've been watching a lot of stand-up comedy, and I've noticed a lot of this, like, I've gotten a lot better at talking continuously about one subject. I also use big words and talk fast, which doesn't help, because then, like, things that would normally take someone, like, 20 minutes to talk about, I can talk about in, like, 10 minutes. Because instead of saying whole sentences, I just say, like, one word. Because when I was little, my mom forced me to read a lot. Also, I believe this is one of the few levels that I'm able to get a star on my first try in this video. Yeah, I believe I did. Yeah. Which is a shocker. I believe this next... Yeah, this is the very last thing I need to S rank. Also, I believe at this point I'm listening... Let's see. There's about... From here, which is 13 minutes in, to 17 minutes in, that's 4 minutes. 4 minutes times 5 is 20. So I spent a good 20 minutes here. Let me think. I was listening to Undertale mashups and Tomorrow's Mine by Bayonetta. From Bayonetta. Oh, also here I'm getting kind of upset because on that second portion of the level, I didn't know yet that if you just climb down a ladder, you can't like let go of down and press it again and just automatically duck, because it thinks that you want to climb down the ladder and you're already on the ground. So you need to move out of the way and then duck to be able to duck, which is very frustrating, and it took me a couple tries to realize that. Also here I start employing some speedrunning tactics after a while. I figured out earlier you could backflip into that present, so you don't have to like go through a whole cycle of jumping up, pressing the red switch, going all the way up, falling down, pressing the blue switch, going up. You could just backflip into it and press the blue switch, which is very, very nice. If I were to speedrun this game, it'd feel very wrong not doing 100%, because I feel if you could like get all the items and beat the levels within a certain time as well, that's more impressive than being fast, at least in my eyes. Also, I'm not sure if there's any glitches that you could do here. I'll look it up later, but like maybe when I'm about to go to sleep or something, but at the moment I don't think there's many glitches you can do. Also right there, I screwed up getting the present. That's gonna be seen a lot. Let's see. What do I start doing? Oh yeah, I keep trying to bounce up onto that thing. There's a glitch. Oh my god, in my final run of this level, I do a glitch, and I'm just I pause for a few seconds because I'm like, what just happened? It is the most glorious glitch ever, and I think I might actually do that if I ever decide to speedrun this game, because it was amazing, and I have no idea what happened, but it was beautiful. It's funny because I just said, I don't think there's many glitches for this game. No, there's a few, and they are funny. Or not even just a few, like there's that one that I ran into, and it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Oh my god. I almost burst out laughing if it weren't for the fact that, like, my mom is asleep right now, and she'd probably, like, because I'm Hispanic, so I don't want to, like, most white kids would respond to their moms with, from what I've seen. Because, like, I remember I was talking to my friends a while ago, and, all of us were talking about, like, why we don't talk back to our moms, and like, our friend who, let's call her, do I know someone with that name? Do I know someone with that name? Let's call her Jabina. So all of us, that sounds like a black person name, but let's call her Becky, because that's the whitest name I could think of. Apologies to all white people. Trust me, I can talk bad about white people, because there's no such thing as reverse racism, okay? That's a stupid thing. Anyways, and I believe one of us, that was a glitch right there, and I might go back, and at the end of the episode, I'm just going to add that glitch in full speed, because I don't know what happened there, and it was so funny, and I have no idea what happened. I'm gonna show that part, because it's like, I don't know what happened. I'm not sure I want to know what happened. Also, that was me celebrating. Anyways, guys. What was I saying? I'm gonna finish my story before doing the outro. So just listen to the music and, like, I don't know, I'll probably still have the end slate up, but I won't be playing the music. I'll be playing the music from the speedrun. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Okay, so we were all going around and talking about, like, our experiences with, like, why we don't talk back to our parents and stuff like that. And then, Becky, we'll call her, is one of the first, and she says, "Oh, trust me, I do not talk back to my mom at all. If I do, like, oh my god, she will talk and lecture me for hours." And all of us who are Hispanic just stare at her for a few minutes before we all say, "So, do you know what a sandal is?" "Yeah, it's the thing you put on your feet." "Oh, us as Hispanics, that's a thing that parents throw, and it boomerangs into your face when you're bad." Or belts. Belts also do the same thing. Although they don't boomerang, they more like whoosh into you. And she's like, "Wow, you guys must have terrible parents." And we're like, "No, we're Hispanic. We still grew up, and we actually appreciate life more than you, seeing as you're spoiled." To a point. She whines and complains about the tiniest things, and we're like, "Really? You're really gonna complain because someone you met online ended up not being the greatest person on earth?" Half the people I've met in real life weren't the greatest people on earth, but you don't see me whining about it. Anyways, guys, thank you so much, adventurers, for watching. If you like the video, like it, like with the thumbs up thing. Don't just sit there and be like, "Oh, I like this video." But also make sure to subscribe and leave a comment, because comments, like, leave a comment to tell me, like, what I should do to improve. Not just blatant criticism like, "Your commentary sucks." Just tell me, like, "Oh, you stutter a bit too much," or something like that, because I know I stutter, so I'm gonna try and fix that, but, like, something other than that. And also subscribe to, I might have said that before, but subscribe to stay notified whenever I upload a new video. And I believe that's it. See you next time, adventurers.